Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of MidRank Madness. This is a gold versus gold replay sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com between Calleth and stenfi here on Echo, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is stenfi. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Calleth, representing the INGT super cool cow wearing the SC necklace and sunglasses cow. Alright, so a PVT here for you guys in MidRank Madness. If you too would like to get a replay cast by Falcon Paladin and you are gold, platinum, or diamond level, go ahead and send your replay that is interesting to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of MidRank Madness. I'll get everyone that I get to my screeners. They will watch the ones that they get, I guess, and then send the ones that are good back to me, and I will cast them. So 2 of those a week right now, which means you have a pretty good chance of getting your replay cast here on the channel. Alright, so it is going to be a Reaper expand out of Calleth, although we have seen a lot of Marine openings with pretty much similar timings here out of Terran against Protoss lately, just because Mothership Cores and Adepts are very good at dealing with those early Reaper expansions. So, I don't know, we can't really guarantee it. Even the pros have bypassed the Reapers in this matchup from time to time. Is that a Nexus? Okay, so Gateway expand. Gateway expand out of stenfi. That is not a Nexus first play. Let's see what the barracks gives us. We have a Reaper name ready to go, and it is a Reaper. Woohoo! His name is going to be Parakeet. Reaper Parakeet. Alright, so I don't know if, let's say he's an actual Parakeet. In the far future, parakeets have been genetically modified to attain sentience, and generally they're pretty smart anyway, right? Parakeets are fairly smart birds when it comes to the bird species. I mean, I'm not saying they're geniuses or anything, but like parrots are really smart. African gray parrots can live longer than humans and are super smart too. So here we go. Moving out is a Reaper Parakeet. They told him strap on a Reaper suit, and if you murder 2 probes, we will give you a stuffed parakeet to be a friend. Parakeet said, "Aye, aye, sir," and moved out in his Reaper suit to earn that stuffed parakeet. It's kind of like how they send kids out to sell magazines, right? Sell magazines or candy bars or wrapping paper or whatever the heck else people have their kids sell for. Oh, get that thing for school fundraisers. Come on, get that probe. There's a Zealot out. What? Okay, so usually Zealots aren't that good in this situation, but the Zealot is absolutely locking down Reaper Parakeet right now. There's nothing else for Reaper Parakeet to do but kill that Zealot. Actually, get the probe. Can't escape anywhere. Probe. 1 probe kill. No. There's another one down there. There's another one in the natural. Parakeet KDA charge, knocking everybody back there. So he might actually get a Zealot kill with this incredible micro. Is he spending his money back home? He kind of is. Sort of is. Starting to stack up there. 400, 400. 88 charge, bam, a Mothership Core is now out. I mean, at this point, would killing a Zealot count as killing a probe in this situation? I feel like it would. Stay out of the range of pylons. Stay out of the range of pylons. Another, no! He was so close! Oh, Reaper Parakeet, you were so close to winning that stuffed parakeet. This probe right here. This probe was down to 6 hit points. Oh. Good try, Reaper Parakeet, but nope, those pylons are mean. Those photon overcharged pylons are mean. Mothership Cores, equally mean to Reapers, man. Just discriminatory as all get out. Factory, barracks, more barracks. I should say, second barracks here on the way. Double refinery and an expansion. So these players, again, know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This is not Into the Void. This is not players who have no idea how to play StarCraft 2. They have been playing enough and have enough skill and knowledge to be promoted to at least gold level. Where we see things break down or when big attacks happen, micro can be a struggle, and remembering to do stuff back home can also be a problem. But you know what? Calleth, he kept doing stuff during that Reaper attack. It took a lot of micro, right? A lot of micro to move that Reaper around and try to kill those 2 Zealots, but he made it happen. Got some extra unit producing structures up. Got some additional Marines out as well here, trying to deal with an early Adept opening from stenfi, but these Zealots say no Adept opening out of stenfi whatsoever. Really playing pretty defensively. Is that another Zealot? Are you going for mass Zealots? I don't know. I don't know what to say here. I don't know exactly what stenfi is doing, but we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see when actual tells show up. Engineering Bay getting +1 infantry weapons for Calleth. Missile turret sitting in the mineral line here for Calleth, the natural base as well. And double pumping what out of the factory? No, oh! Is he doing the 5-minute drop thing? It looks like he's trying to do the 5-minute drop thing. He's dropping, there we go, the starport onto the reactor. He's going to make a couple medevacs here. He can afford to do so. Excellent job there. He's super supply blocked right now and not making any supply depots. It's going to be a problem in a second here. But he will have enough Marines, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Marines. Almost enough Marines. Is he not supply blocked? He is supply blocked with that Marine coming out. Okay. Supply depot on the way for our Terran player. So he's doing okay. He's doing all right with the supply depot construction at this point in time. To avoid getting supply blocked for too long, medevacs are just about done. It's 5.5 minutes in because, again, this is not somebody like Morrow. This is not somebody like Polt or TY. This is actually, this is Calleth. Calleth likes StarCraft 2 as well. Not quite as quick on his timings, but that's just fine. Zealot Immortal out of stenfi. Tell me you're at least going to get charged for these guys. Getting +1 ground weapons. Good. This is what you need. If you have this many zealots, just get that 200 research for charge. Just do it. It is so good. It makes zealots so good right now in StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. All right, time to go, Calleth. Let's do this thing. Load it up. Get inside that medevac. Get inside the medevac and go. Go lay waste to the Protoss threat in your section of the Caprulu sector. Is that redundant? The section of the sector. Tank coming in for Calleth as well, which is also very nice. Nice to see. Medevacs. Is he supply blocked again? Dude, he's supply blocked again, but making 3 command centers at the same time. He does not want that happening to him. Here it is. The 6.5-minute double medevac Marine drop coming on out. These Marines are trying to follow, but they... No, never mind. Just stay home, guys, says Calleth. Nothing really needed from you guys at the moment. Still no charge. So stenfi is confusing me. I don't know what this Zealot Immortal thing is supposed to do for him. I guess there are a couple stalkers here and some cannons for defense from drops. Look at these cannon. I like cannon placements for defense against drops. That's just fine. All right, so maybe not out of it as I thought he was. So Calleth landing on the outskirts, trying to go after this gateway, warp gate rather, and stalkers from the right side, Immortal Zealot from the left side, and cannons as well. That's enough to pull back Calleth. I don't like what you see there. There we go. Run, losing 4 Marines and is getting the heck on out of there. Didn't really do any damage to speak of. Killed a couple Zealots, which pretty good rebuff there by stenfi, if we're going to be honest with ourselves here. Again, the cannons make drops along this backside almost impossible. And you could afford to do it at the lower level. The pros won't do it because it costs them resources they could use for workers and other stuff. But if you keep dying to drops at gold level, go ahead and make some. Just go ahead and do it. He's getting charged. He's getting charged and +2 attack. And his double robotics facility and an archives. All right, so more Immortals on the way. Zealot Immortal, man. None of this can shoot up. So if there are Banshees or Liberators, you might be in a little bit of trouble, Mr. stenfi. But maybe he's gone through his StarCraft 2 career never actually running into either of those things, which seems questionable. Okay, Archons. Archons coming in from stenfi. Again, I keep forgetting he has these 2 stalkers, but they're kind of far away from the main action here. It's sitting in the main. 3rd Nexus on the way from stenfi. Calleth needs to do something here. He might be in trouble. But can he deal with an Archon Zealot? Do they have charge? They have just got charge. Just got charge. Did stenfi. All right, so here we go. Going, knocking down the cooling tower, kind of trapping some of his Zealots on the outside while the rest of them are on the inside. Is he going for this attack? stenfi going for the attack. Couple Zealots going to get melted, and the rest of them say, nope. That is not for us. Thank you very much. +1/+1 done on those Marines. No attack upgrades on the siege tanks. However, so moving around is stenfi defending this 3rd base. He's got a pretty good army. The Immortals are bad against this really, really heavy Marine composition, but Archons are better right there. So going for it. Archon in the front. Immortals. Zealot. Charged Zealots getting right on top of everything, but dying very quickly. Archon splashing through, though. Is there enough to handle this thing? No, the Marines end up getting killed, but reinforcing Marines are coming in. But the tanks getting destroyed by the Immortals. That is what they are built for. Thank you very much. And forced to retreat is Calleth in disgrace. Charged Zealots, man. Good stuff. The Archons all died, but I think that's fine. Calleth is up 100 to 75 total supply. stenfi, hard time spending his money, man. Hard time. 1,000 minerals, 1,800 gas in the bank for him right now. Does he have enough warp gates? He only has 3 warp gates, I think. Okay, 4 warp gates off of 3 bases. Dude, we need more warp gates. Here we go. He knows. He saw that. He's like, I need warp gates. So he's getting the more Immortals on the way. +3 ground weapons being researched by stenfi. Oh, beautiful stuff indeed. So making Marauders now. I mean, I don't know if you saw Immortals. You want Marauders necessarily, but that's A-okay. Getting some Cyclones against Marauder or against the Immortal. Not bad. Not bad either. You know what would be really good is Storm, but Storm is hard to use effectively at the gold level of StarCraft 2, it turns out. So, doubt we will see any of that. Third base by Calleth on the way to traditional third base location. Nobody really takes weird upgrade paths on this map. It's first base, second base, and then third base directly north of your main, if you're in the bottom right here, as stenfi is. He's got a trapped Immortal. Oh no, if here's a battle that comes down to like one unit, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel real bad. Can this dude get out without killing anything humongous? Killing the Cyber Core wouldn't really wreck him at this point if he came around this, or maybe killing the Templar Archives if you're never going. No, you need to be able to make other stuff. Oh, he's not even trapped. I was all worried. I was like, oh no, the Immortal Key can't get out. But then he could. He could the whole time. He just wasn't rallied anywhere. Ugh. You fool me, make me worry about your well-being, Mr. Immortal. All right, +3 attack on these dudes is like a few seconds from completing now. That's a big deal. We have 1,000,000 Marines, 3 Marauders. Only 3 Marauders? Did he stop doing Marauder production? Looks like he did. He's going very heavy on the Marines right now. So either Colossus or Storm or Disruptor would be great in this situation. What's not good is a whole ton of Immortals, which, in fairness, he's not making any more of them at the moment. Again, having a hard time spending that money. Spend that money, dude. You have available supply. You have warp gates that are not... Okay, you have warp gates that are on cooldown. Never mind. Never mind, your warp gates are on cooldown. You make this one into a warp gate and make like 6 more gateways, dude. Like 6 more gateways on 3 base. You got to get that army size up. This is what the... This is a problem right now. Down 75 to 56 supply. stenfi, you need more workers than 56 off of 3 bases. So keep making probes, keep making pylons, keep making unit-producing structures, and you'll be in a much, much better spot. Meanwhile, Calleth, happily mining from this third base, has so many workers at his third base. He's oversaturated pretty much everywhere right now. Yeah, everywhere is severely oversaturated. 75 workers is a lot for 3 bases, it turns out. But again, I guess having more is better than having less at this point. 4th base could go here. Nope, 4th base down here on the left, just south of that third. So... +3/+3 on the way for Calleth right about now. And where is this army going for stenfi? You can't sit back, man. You can't sit back in StarCraft 2 and just say, well, maybe if I leave the Terran player alone, he won't want to murder me in the face. And the answer to that is no. If you leave the Terran player alone, he will get a bigger army and then come wreck your face. Here he comes, like this big army, for example. +2/+2 on the Marines. Oh boy, and the Marauders. Tanks have no upgrades. A lot of medevacs in the sky, 7 of them to be exact. Good scan. Tanks are setting up in siege mode. And this is looking bad. This is looking bad for stenfi. I like the Archons, though. If the Archons can stay alive and really get some nice shots off into this middle of the Marine section here, I think we'll be all right. But don't wander your stalkers into range of those tanks, man. Don't you do it. 4th base on the way from stenfi, and with additional gateways, thank goodness, some cannons here as well. I don't think Calleth sees this. He doesn't.
You are at your supply limit.
He doesn't. Oh, he has the Alarak voice. He's got the Alarak voice pack. That's great. I love Alarak. I would go with Alarak and Abathur for Zerg, and who's even available for Terran? I don't even know. I need to look at that. Need to look at the options. Meanwhile, Zealot warping here at the third base. There's a planetary fortress, but being repaired. Can the repairs save the planetary fortress? It can. It can save it. And this planetary fortress is going to get like 7 Zealot kills, which is great news. Turns out, where are you going? Why, stenfi coming off this left side, kind of splitting his units a little bit here. Archons getting a nice concave. Immortals need to focus down the tanks, and the Archons need to be on those Marines as fast as possible. But no, the Archons are all gone, except for the one, and now it's Immortal Stalker versus Marine, which is not a great place to be whatsoever there. More Zealots warping in here at the main base, having a little bit more success killing Zealots, killing supply depots as well. Calleth is a little paralyzed. Do I attack this 4th base or do I defend back home? He's bringing some Marines up here, but no, sir. All you Marines is dead. These Zealots are going to town on everything there in the main base. Meanwhile, just going for it at the 4th is Calleth. stenfi has nothing to defend except a couple cannons. And again, with the +3/+3, it doesn't really matter here against these units. 4th base will fall very quickly indeed, but he's losing supply depots. He's going to start losing production facilities eventually here in this base as well. Zealots right on top of newly minted Marines. Yes, the Marines are +3/+3, but man, these Zealots have +3 attack and charge, and they hit like trucks. Fourth base is gone here as well. A couple cannons trying to get some kills off. Can't even kill a single Marine, though, because, again, they don't benefit from upgrades. And it's probably fair that they don't. So Zealots loose. Zealots are kind of loose here inside the main base of Calleth. Marines keep coming out from time to time. Oh, no, the Zealots are focusing down add-ons instead of going after the Marines when they pop out. Losing a couple Zealots there. And look at how many attacks it takes for a fully upgraded Zealot to kill a fully upgraded Marine. Interesting. Oh, medevac out as well. Supply blocking Calleth are these mean old Zealots. 146 out of 132 available supply here. Another couple die. 116 available supply. Tanks coming in to deal with these Zealots. Not what you want necessarily, but hey, it worked. It worked out in the end. And neither player producing anything right now because this is MidRank Madness. Thank you very much. Got a micro. Can't produce stuff. There we go. Working on additional Immortals and additional Archons at the same time. So fourth base is gone. There's no remnant of the fourth base whatsoever. Stenfi's natural base has a bunch of idle workers there, main base as well. And third base is fairly happy and mining, but at this point, super down in income to the Terran player. It is 1,600 to 1,200 in that mineral income. Gas income about double to triple for the Terran player as well. So worrying about, a little bit worrying about that Warp Prism. He just threw down a bunch of extra supply to get himself almost out of supply block. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good move. I guess if you have a lot of energy on your orbital commands, which you're likely going to do at the gold level, is just have a lot of energy at your orbital commands. Well, that's a planetary fortress, but that's an OC. And, using the lock-on ability on the Cyclone to take down the Warp Prism. That's just kind of hanging out here above the main base. Has that damage been decreased? That looks like it's taking forever. Yep, 160 damage. Yeah, no longer 400. Oh, not even enough to kill the Warp Prism. Ouch. Ouch, dude. There it is. Second round, got it. Here we go, moving on up, +3 attack on these Archons and these Zealots and these Immortals. Gonna maybe sneak past the blue army, the Terran army, as it moves out here. But no, coming right in for a head-on confrontation that nobody was expecting. There are no tanks here. Get out of there, Marines. Run for your lives. Zealots, get a run on top of them. Zealots on top of them. Archons splashing through everything. Oh, no! The Marine massacre reinforcing Archons coming in here as well. Calleth is forced to retreat. Where did this army come from, he says. I don't understand. I don't understand it. No, you had it. You had it, stenfi. Oh, stenfi, you had that thing. These Archons and the Immortals. Oh, I mean, all that was there was a handful of Marines and a Cyclone. I don't know about that. I don't know about the decision out of stenfi, but I mean, he got his fourth base up. He's pulling back to defend that, so I can't get too mad at him, I guess. I can't get too angry in this situation. All right, Calleth, where are you at? Continuing to make Marines and Marauders and tanks. All those things that are good. Getting building armor? Is that building armor? It is building armor. We haven't seen this in a while. Oh, no, that's Neo Steel frame. Neo Steel, increasing the cargo space of bunkers by 2. And extra cargo space for command centers and planetary fortresses, which, big stinking deal. Actually, does he have any bunkers? Why would he get that upgrade? Why would he get that upgrade for bunkers if he doesn't have any bunkers? Man, he is oversaturated everywhere. Expand again. Expand again, Calleth. I know it could be scary to expand, especially if something is far away from your main base, but dude, you are heavily, heavily oversaturated in this game. Additional barracks, additional factories under construction as well. Look, Stenfi is expanding. He's taking his 5th base before you're taking your 5th. It's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling if you're a Terran player moving out with a purely Marine drop along this right side. This 3rd base is likely going to die, but once again, pretty well mined out. I mean, not super heavily busy right now for the Protoss player. That said, it is going to die, as these Marines with +3/+3 are just going to wreck. Just going to wreck everything that is here. And there we go, Marines taking out probes. Pa, 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 pa. Some of them do manage to escape, but a lot of them died right about there. 14 probes killed, 16 SCVs killed. 4th Nexus down in a matter of seconds. And a pickup and a boost out by Calleth. Slow warp in of Stalkers here, trying to save the day, but they are still not warped in. The army coming into this 5th or 4th base. Archons, Immortals, is it enough DPS to take down the command center? If all the Immortals focus on it, it looks like it very well could be, and bam! They do get it. Woo! Stenfi getting a nice win there About time. And here comes the responding army from Calleth, though. Archons getting evaporated. Bad position here by the Archons. A lot of them are trapped behind. The rest of them are coming in single file and getting obliterated right there. Getting a bunch of kills off, slowly whittling down this army. But still, I think there's enough. No, the Immortals. All that's left here, I don't know. Stenfi once again retreating from a battle. I feel like he could have possibly won there, but no, reinforcing Marines coming in for Calleth. No, not allowed. So now Calleth is in a bit of trouble, you guys. He's on 3 base. Okay, he is constructing a 4th base here down and to the right of his natural, but he needs to protect that thing right now because Stenfi has 2 mining bases. All right, his 5th is a ghost town. He needs to move some workers over there. Is he doing that? Does he have some probes he can send over here? Where are you guys? An idle probe. 2 idle probes here in the main. Here they are. Here are some probes coming on over. There we go, to that 5th base. Excellent, excellent job. All right, so here's another attack here with Stalkers and Immortals. I don't know, man. Stalker, Immortal, you need those Archons. Yeah, that's a good choice. Good choice to retreat there. There are tanks, there are Marines. They do very well against both Stalkers and Immortals in most situations. I mean, I guess the tanks aren't so great against Immortals, but probably better than they used to be, if you think about it. With the, what did it used to be called? Hardened Shell, Hardened Shield. That lowers the minimum, or lowers the maximum damage an Immortal can take from a single shot. That was pretty good. That's a pretty good mechanic. But now they just have this automatic absorb up to 100 damage barrier that automatically activates, and Protoss aren't really huge fans of it, to be honest. All right, so 5th base rather for Calleth. Looks like it is going to be able. Yep, it completes there. SCVs, get to work. Go, get to work. Harvest. Be happy. Be fruitful and multiply here upon the land. There we go. Getting to work. Indeed. Here's that death drop of Medevac Town. Here at the 5th base of Stenfi. All right. Well, this is going to die. We're just going to go and write it off right now. There is nothing close enough to respond to it, and nothing that's going to warp in here either. It turns out. So 5th base, unfortunately, good probe, I mean, decent probe kill or probe pull by Stenfi, getting him the heck on out of there, but gone and pick up and boost out. Calleth is not greedy. He wants to kill a Nexus and go. Doesn't worry about these assimilators, which is probably a fine way to do things. Mothership Core is like, I could have saved it. Could have maybe saved it if I was here, but I was busy defending this 4th base instead. All right, so army composition, Marine tank with a scattering of Marauders out of Calleth. Right about now. Archon coming in from the Stenfi. You need more of those, man. Do you only have the one? That's going to be the only one that is part of this army, is this single Archon. You need splash damage. You need splash damage against a bio-heavy Terran player. Either that's going to be Storm, or Archons, or Colossus, or Disruptor. If you have none of those things as Protoss, you're going to have a hard time winning. Hard time winning against your Terran foe. A million more SCVs coming up to create another command center here up at the top right. They're in each other's way, though. Did he send them all up and tell them to build the command center? Looks like they may have. All right, so Calleth's army is not ginormous, but does catch a few Zealots out of position, losing a Marine in the process, and the drop action from Calleth. A big old attack here at the 5th base from Calleth, though. Is there enough DPS to take this thing down with the Stalkers and the Archons? Maybe. Maybe there is. I don't. Oh, it's going to be so stupid close. Planetary Fortress has 4 kills, and finally, it is going to get whittled down. No, it keeps losing Stalkers, though. He keeps losing Stalkers. Holy smokes, he saves it. He saves the Planetary Fortress. 6 kills on that PF, and the Stalkers run away as the army responds to save it. Marines are just running around free inside Stenfi's base right now. Free run inside Stenfi's base. Photon overcharge. I mean, that's fine, I guess. But Pylon dies, Mothership Core dies, and a Gateway dies there as well. These guys are having a great time. So where's our army? Stenfi's army. He has a bunch of Zealots and Stalkers here at his 4th, but hasn't really used them in battle all that much. Coming on up, catching a bunch of tanks out of position, though. Woo! Evaporating those tanks like they were not even there. Now all that's left for Calleth is a handful of Marines and Marauders. Is that enough? Is that enough to do this? Checking to see if the 3rd base has been replanted is Calleth, and nope, it has not. These Marines inside the main need to get to work right now. Get to work, you guys. Here we go. Battle. Zealots on top, and Immortals and Stalkers here at the same time. Can the Marines hang on? Not a lot of micro here, but probes absorbing shots as well, just throwing away their lives. for the Calleth, for Ire, for Shakuris. Handful of Marines are remaining here, but not enough. Not enough. Blinking up, trying to take out medevacs as they retreat. Calleth is forced to retreat there, but there are still Marines inside the main base. A couple cannons, actually losing a couple Marines to those cannons, which is weird. Can you unload? Did you mean to load those Marines into that medevac? Because there we go, unloading them now. That was a weird thing. That was a really weird thing. This is a nuts game. This is like crazy back and forth. Players just kind of scampering and flailing wildly, trying to do whatever they can. Calleth's like, here's a warp gate I can kill. Here's a pylon I can kill. We're going to take that one out as well. It's 137 to 50 total supply. These planetary fortresses, man, have been pretty good. Pretty good. And again, stenfi insists on attacking them directly instead of taking out the SCVs protecting it, but whatever at this point. All right, another assault on the 5th base of Calleth with Immortals, with Stalkers. Again, trying to go after the planetary fortress instead of the SCVs and the Marines around it. There's the repair. It manages to survive. 10-kill planetary fortress, and that's it. A good game, well played out of stenfi. Stenfi is defeated, and Calleth is victorious. Woo! Woo! Good Terran. Good Terran win there today in this mid-rank madness game. Absolutely nice back and forth, losing a couple bases. Our Terran player, I guess, lost one base. Again, some assaults in his main as well. But Protoss losing several Nexuses in that game. 3 of them. 20 Archons died, 85 Zealots, 13 Immortals, 194 Marines. Wow, and then 15 tanks. That's a large number of tanks to die at the same time. 47 SCVs lost, 54 probes. And that is it. So great job by the Terran player. Protoss had the right idea. Again, he just needed splash damage. He needed something that provided splash damage for this game. He never found it. He never found it. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload and a Mid-Rank Madness edition. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.